Alright, we're going to be doing a cold start. Prep for my run class. Let's go ahead and shut the canopy. Make sure our cockpit's set up. Got engine feed switch in norm, master fuel switch to on. Got our engine control switch to primary. EPU switches in norm. Being that this is Nevada, I'm simulating Holloman. Our engine anti-ice switch is in auto. Don't really need that on. Then we're going to go power on. See our main gen light, standby gen light. Our radios are already selected, set to 275.8, which is Holloman frequency. See our engine lights on here, hydraulic oil pressure lights on, sec lights on and working. Let's go ahead and set our parking brake. That only works with the main power switch on. I'm going to go ahead and check our throttle. Make sure that is free of binding and the throttle trigger switch is free of binding. Which it is. Back to cutoff. Our air source is in norm. Oxygen switch is also in norm. And let's go for start 2. Actually, I selected start 1 there, but hey. 20%, we should be looking for the sec light to go out. Our oil pressure light should go out by the time we reach idle. 20% now, see the sec light go out. We're at max motor at 28%. Nozzle positions at 100%. We've got oil pressure already. FTIT's holding. We don't have a hot start or an auto XL. 7,000 pounds of fuel. And we can motor for 1 minute, not to exceed 4 minutes. Got our run light on, standby gen, main gen lights are still on, Flickus relay is on, or TO Flickus. Alright, let's go over the horn. XL past 31%. JFS automatically shuts down at 54%. There's 40. Hydraulic oil pressure lights off. Got our standby gen lights off. Main gen light is going to go off here in a second. Engine lights off. Still got oil pressure. FTET RPM stabilizing. Main gen lights off. Run lights off. Got 3 green telling us we're in main power still. Parking brake deselected itself. This time I'm going to go ahead and turn on my MMC, MFD, UFC. That way when I do my Flickus reset, we can see any faults that we get. This page here. There should be a Flickus page, but alright, everything's stabilized. Let's go ahead and go forward with the rest of our setup. Tell ground crew to stay clear of the flight control surfaces. Do a Flickus reset. See our Flickus lights off. Master caution reset. Go fire and overheat test switch. See our overheat light. Got a fire light, engine fire light, master caution switch, release test switch. All lights go out. Mal indication test switch. All of our lights and indication lights should come on. They do. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn on all of our external lights, formation lights, master lights, any collision, second position. All of our lights are on. Anytime we move our throttle past an inch above idle, our parking brake is going to disengage. Disengage our parking brake. Everything has stabilized. So if we go through a jump shock scenario, we're going to be running our throttles up, an ops check. If we jump chocks, we're going to go to channel 2. Re-engage our parking brake. Apply toe brakes. First off, we're going to snap throttle back to idle. Oh, there we go. Snap back to idle. Go to channel 2, set our parking brake, reapply toe brakes. And if that didn't work, we would go to cut off, stop the aircraft. Back to channel 1. In case of an auto accel, throttle would be coming up. We would go to cutoff, go to sec mode, master fuel off, and engine feed to off as well. So our engine light come on, sec light will come on. Set our switches. 20%, sec lights out. Oil pressure. Run lights on. Standby gen. Main gen lights are on. Go over the horn. So RPM increase over 31%. JFS should shut off at 54%. There it goes. JFS is off. Engine light, hydraulic oil pressure lights are off. Standby gen lights off. Main gen lights about to go off. There it goes. FTIT RPM stabilized. Standby gen light should go out at 58%. Engine light at about 60%. And main gen light should go out at about 5 to 10 seconds after standby gen. Run light should go out 30 seconds after start 2 is selected. And all our MFDs are already on. Aircraft lights are already on. Parking brake is still set. Good. Test light. Test page. Got our ground crew stay clear of the flight control surfaces. Flicks reset. Master caution reset. fire and overheat detection. Overheat lights on, fire lights on, master cautions on, release, all three lights go off, air source is still in norm, mal indication,
Pull up.
everything is working,
Warning.
good to go, air supply is in norm, any ice is in auto, probe heat, good to go. Go to test, probe heat light flashes. That's that. You can continue on with your rest of your engine ops checks. Shut down, just the reverse. Go UFC to off, MFDs to off, MMC to off. Shut all our lights down. Off there. And we're going to go to cutoff. As we're shutting down, our sec light should come on below 20% throttle. Engine light's already on. Nozzle position should stay at 100%. The oil pressure hydro light should come on once we reach below 20%. There it goes. AMB system, we're at 3100 while we were running. There's our hydraulic oil pressure light. Sec lights on. Our MFDs are off. Lights are off. Standby gen, main gen lights are all on. Focus relay is on. And we are ready to go. Battery power off.